Yeah, I spent some time covering the story today, Cora Ann, and I guess the bottom line is I spoke to Mike Tyson right after the press conference was over today, which he called, by the way, and Mike Tyson is very embarrassed over this whole thing. He talked to me about how he really didn't want this to happen, and he also explained that things got out of hand last night. It is an involved story. I talked to both sides today, actually myself and Rosanna Scotto, who spoke with Mitch Green, and we talked to both sides today and got the story, beginning with the press conference today, which Mike Tyson called himself.
When I went through this time, we had met Walter there. Because Walter, we just came back from Brooklyn, and we were going to go back and get our jackets and hopefully go out and eat some breakfast later. And it was approximately, it wasn't around like 3, probably around 4:30. But then when we came back, he told me there's Mitch Green, and by the far as mine, I didn't believe it. And then he came in there ranting and raging about Don King owe money. I'm with Don King. You both owe me. I want my money. And so we laughed. We grabbed the jackets. We laughed. And he kept raging and just talking. He grabbed my shirt, went to the car, ripped my shirt, went tried to go for my pocket. I pushed him off. He came back at me. He threw a punch at me. I was nervous. You know, I hadn't had a fight, like a street fight, in 7 years. And I was scared. And I was getting paranoid because it was so close. He kept getting close to me. I mean, so I defended myself.
I stopped in the club, and I saw him. I said, yo, what's up? You know, we spoke. Then as we was talking, he with his friends, and, you know, his crew, his entourage, whatever. I said, you know, I talking about Don King, whatever. And I said, you know, I didn't fight you that night. You know, you really just beat me. You know, you beat me that night. You know, laughing. What you mean I didn't beat you? I didn't beat you. You know, you didn't beat me. I said, that little bit of money I fought you for. I said, you know, we started, I said, I didn't even fight you that night. We can do this now. You know, like he challenged me. Do what? And I was surprised because he had his rings on his fingers. He was like fixing his rings on his fingers. And I was like, the way he was doing it, I see his nerves, but he had all his friends with him. So I said, he's going to show, you know, he's a tough guy, you know. Then next thing you know, he hit me.
Among the witnesses to the fight, former St. John's basketball player and now member of the San Antonio Spurs, Walter Berry, and his cousin, Tom Smalls. You said Mitch was acting kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, he was acting very strange. You know, he came in the store. He looked like he wanted a beef from some way. He looked at Mike and said, Don owed me a lot of money. King owed me this and King owed me that. I guess he figured he probably thought Mike had something to do with it, too, you know. So Mike, he could see the evidence in his face, so he just said, Walter, Thomas, let's get out of here. Let's go get some breakfast.
He was harassing Mike a great deal.
Did Mike try to stop himself from getting in a fight?
He walked away 2 or 3 times the most, but he just kept being harassed.
The next big question is, what was Mike Tyson doing shopping at 4 o'clock in the morning at a place called Dapper Dan's, sometimes known as a nightclub? Is Dapper Dan's open at 3 o'clock, and why was he there at 2 or 3, 4 o'clock in the morning?
Okay, what happened was, the reason we're so popular is because we can make an outfit quick, right away. He was in there earlier that day, and he ordered an outfit, and we told him we'd have it ready for him in 5 hours. However, we didn't get all the leather we needed, so we started the outfit late. Therefore, it wasn't ready at the time he jumped. And he came back again, I believe it was, my night manager told me it was 5 minutes after 3, which was, I had just left because I was waiting up for him.
Once again, Dapper Dan's is not a club or a disco.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
And these pictures were taken at what time?
These pictures were taken at the time that he came back to try on the outfit, which was after 3:05, sometime between 3:05 and maybe 4:15 in the morning.
So actually, this is just before he got into the fight with Mitch Green.
Exactly.
All right, the man that I just spoke with there was Dapper Dan, the owner of the clothing store, and you may or may not have noticed the cast on Mike Tyson's right hand. He actually fractured some bones, metacarpal bones in his right wrist. According to reports and his manager, Bill Caton, he said the cast will come off in 3 weeks. At that time, they will decide if Mike can begin training for his fight against Frank Bruno on October 8th. So we really won't know if the fight's going to take place until 3 weeks when the cast comes off. At that time, we'll find out if Mike Tyson will continue his boxing career in England against Frank Bruno. That's basically the story.
I wonder where the bouncer was.
Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. It's really kind of a, like I said, a story that's embarrassing for Mike Tyson and his people. As far as Mitch Green is concerned, it's tough to tell exactly what happened. I mean, there are 2 sides to every story. We'll just have to see what happens as the days go on.
Okay, Carl, thank you very much.